Hey, thrill seekers. Welcome to Pursuit Camp, where adrenaline junkies find their fix. Get ready to dive into the wild streets of Florida. We're talking about high-speed chases, daring getaways, and edge-of-your-seat action that will leave your heart racing. If you're ready for non-stop thrills, let's dive in. If there's one thing Florida is known for, it's wild weather, wild wildlife, and apparently, wild chases. The FHP has seen its fair share of chaos on the roads, but what happened on August 9th, 2024 was something else. Jareem Roach decided to turn US 19 into his personal escape route, blowing past a trooper's lights and sirens like they were mere suggestions. Traffic was piling up, and this wasn't just a simple case of speeding anymore. Roach drove like safety was the least of his concerns. Despite this, our trooper stayed hot on his trail, waiting for the perfect moment to end the chase.
Hands up! Hold your hands right now! Hands up! No! Hey, take the key out! Take the key out! Hands up! Hands up right now! Hands up!
After ignoring every lawful order, Roach's run came to a turning point when a trooper performed a pit maneuver, bringing his car to a halt, or so they thought, because this was just the start of something more interesting.
Stop! Stop! Stop reaching! Stop reaching! Hands up! Put your hands up! Keep your hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Coming up 590 and a minute away.
Realizing it was of no use, Roach jumped out of his car's window and made a run for it with a backpack in hand. Citizens nearby stepped in, helping law enforcement corner him. Lesson learned: if you're fleeing from FHP and regular folks team up to stop you, you've officially hit rock bottom. When officers searched Roach's backpack, the reason for his reckless behavior became clear. It reeked of marijuana and was stuffed with drugs, including meth, cocaine, pills, and a sizable stash of weed. His charges ranged from fleeing to battery to possession of controlled substances. Oh, and he was driving with a revoked license, because of course he was. Florida's roads may be unpredictable, but one thing's for sure: if you're trying to outrun FHP, it's not going to end well, especially when the entire neighborhood joins in to bring you down.
Charges for you.
New charges?
Mm-hmm.
What? Not them pills, I hope.
I running, so maybe.
September 14th, 2024 wasn't just another quiet early morning for Trooper Ryan Earhart. While driving along US 41, he noticed a white Nissan Sentra with expired plates, a simple violation or so it seemed. But when he flipped on his lights and sirens, the car didn't stop. Instead, the driver hit the gas and started a reckless escape. What began as a routine traffic stop quickly escalated into a dangerous pursuit, with the driver tearing through the wrong side of the road and even a college zone where students were still out and about. Now, if you think driving into oncoming traffic wasn't reckless enough, the driver, 59-year-old Lisa Joanne Hoffacker, had a passenger who apparently made things even worse. The passenger, who admitted to drinking and using crack cocaine, repeatedly told the driver, "Someone's going to die tonight." Talk about a bad influence. The aftermath? Hoffacker refused field sobriety and breath tests, but her slurred speech and bloodshot eyes told the story. She was charged with fleeing to elude, DUI with property damage, reckless driving, and driving with a suspended license. Meanwhile, her passenger was arrested on an out-of-county warrant. The Sentra towed to a repair shop in Sarasota, where it probably needed more TLC than the driver ever gave it.
Dispatch, we try to confirm what channel FHP is on. They're not responding on this channel.
10 number.
Northbound Ocala, Tennessee.
Pit, start admission. All right, you got it.
It all started with something as simple as a seatbelt. On November 2nd, 2024, in Leon County, Florida, 22-year-old Malik Aziz Miller decided to ignore the law and his safety. When a Tallahassee police officer tried to pull him over, Malik made a choice. He fled. What should have been a quick stop turned into a high-speed game of cat and mouse that no one could have predicted. Why run over a seatbelt ticket? Stick around and you'll see just how wild things got.
Still southbound, coming up to Tennessee Street.
Slew of units coming down. All right.
Westbound Tennessee Street.
FHP, LCSL reference, we are on the channel, but we are not using it as a patrol channel. We can only hear you, we're not talking on it. Hey, just an FYI, we got Highway 20 blocked, just west of the Union Church as it comes this way.
All right, there was another pit attempt. In front of Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet, 2 pit attempts unsuccessful. Vehicle is eastbound Tennessee Street.
This chase wasn't average anymore. Malik tore through intersections, used oncoming lanes to pass cars, and even rammed into an FHP vehicle. He must have thought he could outsmart the pros. But here's the thing. The Florida Highway Patrol's Criminal Interdiction Unit isn't new to this. These officers are trained to take down serious criminals. And Malik? He didn't stand a chance.
Eastbound 6 now. Alright, I'm right in front of y'all. Let me get this intersection shut down. Alright, we're going. He's in field, I think. Stay on it.
Damn!
Okay. Let's go straight to the danger. Suspects, it looks like they're in there.
After several failed pit maneuvers, it was near Pensacola Street where the final move landed. One precise hit, and Malik's blue Kia spun to a stop. Can you imagine? From racing through traffic to being surrounded by officers. Talk about an ending. Let's just take a look at this pit from aerial cam.
Another pit attempt, Pensacola Street. Front of Granger, looks like bailout. Looks like you might be giving up.
But here's where it gets interesting. Officers found over 75 grams of marijuana in his car, and Malik confessed he'd just picked it up from his dealer before the stop. He even apologized to the pursuing trooper, maybe hoping for some leniency. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. Malik now faces charges for aggravated fleeing and possession of cannabis. His passengers didn't get a free pass either. They were cuffed and booked right along with him. So, what do you think? Was it fear, poor judgment? Or maybe that seatbelt really held all the answers? January 22nd, 2024, just another afternoon in Wildwood, Florida, until Trooper David Ramos spotted a black Infiniti Q60 with a windshield so tinted you'd think the driver was hiding from the sun. But Keon Lamar Marsh wasn't just avoiding UV rays, he was dodging the law. When the trooper turned on his lights, he sped off and started doing laps around a Dunkin' Donuts. 1.5 laps later, he bolted out of the parking lot, running a stop sign, and floored it onto State Road 44.
Right now, get out. Get out of the car right now! Hey! Carl! You're stuck. You're not going anywhere. Turn the car off!
Here's where things get interesting. Inside the Infiniti, officers found enough evidence to make a drug dealer jealous. Nearly 760 grams of meth, a fully automatic Glock 21, and even drugs stashed in a ranch dressing container. Keon's license revoked twice, and yet he was driving like he had nothing to lose. His charges: aggravated fleeing, driving with a revoked license, and possession of a veritable drugstore. Maybe next time, Keon will think twice before turning a Dunkin' Donuts parking lot into his personal racetrack.
Like, I don't know what's going on right now, you feel me? I'm in a lot of noise, I'm in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't want you to die. Or...
That's what I feel like I'm gonna do it now.
Okay, well,
Can I talk to my mama?
And it looked like it was recently open and something exploded.
No, she was in that. Y'all made her leave.
On the morning of August 7th, 2024, in Gadsden County, Florida, a gray Dodge Charger caught the attention of a Florida Highway Patrol trooper. The car was cruising at 82 miles per hour, above the speed limit, and when the driver noticed the marked patrol car, they dropped their speed and awkwardly tried to blend in behind a truck, tailgating it way too closely. But when they tried to take an exit and then swerved back onto the highway through a marked gore area, the situation escalated. What started as a simple speeding violation turned into a dangerous chase at breakneck speeds.
Speeding, crawling too close, and not maintaining his lane. Drive past the guardrail. Keep driving. Keep driving. Lay down if you can. You head up this way. 173 left down. Stop.
I had third.
173 eastbound. Down, stop. Okay. Bridge area.
Get some very good and very British now. I'll do it for you now. Okay, sir. You put 15. I should use the 171 left now.
I'm 231.
Yeah, 1040, you have excursion.
Like that. Keep that landing.
120, like traffic, can you run away?
It's trying to get me.
Good one. Oh, you survived?
Alright, getting through Bay, get these down units around them. The ones that are taking.
That's over here, Gina. Cover copy, Tinted. Ratio back on 158.
Taking.
That's over here, Gina. Cover copy, Tinted. Ratio back on 158.
The trooper executed a textbook pit maneuver to stop the vehicle, but Manuel wasn't giving up that easily. He bolted from the car and took off on foot, leaving two passengers, Kimberly Jones and Maurice Colson, behind. Searching the car revealed enough evidence to confirm Manuel's identity and his taste for trouble: a grinder, plastic baggies with marijuana residue, and more. Oh, and let's not forget the charges for child endangerment. With a kid in the car, it was clear this wasn't just reckless. It was dangerous beyond reason. Manuel stayed on the run for hours, But after a 6-hour foot chase that ended near an RV park, dehydration finally caught up with him. Emergency medical services were called when he collapsed from severe cramps. But once he was cleared at the hospital, it was straight to jail. Manuel now faces a laundry list of charges, including fleeing, drug paraphernalia possession, and child neglect. Let's be honest, when you've got evidence scattered across your car and witnesses in the back seat ready to spill the beans, running only delays the inevitable. Sometimes the escape isn't worth the price of admission. October 19th, 2024, brought chaos to the roads of Florida when a stolen Ford F-250, linked to a recent burglary, sparked a multi-agency pursuit. Florida Highway Patrol and deputies from Collier and Lee counties were on high alert after a bolo was issued for the vehicle. Behind the wheel was 36-year-old David Alfonso, who seemed determined to turn this chase into a demolition derby. High speeds, ignored commands, and a complete disregard for public safety set the stage for what would be an intense pursuit.
Can you confirm that 1020 is a stereo in 3 Oaks? Still driving or on foot?
Trooper David Blake took the lead, pulling every move in the book to stop Alfonso. Multiple pit attempts were made, but Alfonso wasn't giving up that easily. He rammed patrol cars, destroyed a light pole, and left a trail of chaos behind him. You'd think this was a movie stunt, but it was all too real.
Signal 12 Whiskey, 3 Oaks Parkway, from the stair. 10-4, Signal 12 Whiskey, 3 Oaks Parkway, from the stair. 10-4, East 100 miles an hour, Collier County,
Finally, another trooper managed to pull off a perfect pit maneuver, flipping the stolen truck and ending the chase. Alfonso tried to make a run for it on foot, but with aviation units tracking him from above, it was game over. It's moments like this when you can't help but wonder, what was his plan exactly? Alfonso was taken into custody and hit with a long list of charges, including aggravated battery on law enforcement, grand theft auto, and burglary. And let's not forget he already had an active warrant and 18 suspensions in Collier County. After a quick trip to the Gulf Coast Medical Center, he was booked into custody, hopefully with some time to rethink his life choices. And let's spare a moment for the trooper who executed that pit. It's no small feat flipping a truck like that. Hopefully he's doing just fine after that wild ride. June 1st, 2024, Florida Highway Patrol Trooper Rodriguez and his partner stopped a silver Dodge Charger with illegally tinted windows. The driver, Carlos Alberto Castellanos, seemed cooperative at first, handing over his license and registration. But that cooperation didn't last long. When the distinct smell of marijuana hit the air, things quickly took a turn. Commands to exit the vehicle were ignored, and after some suspicious movements, Castellanos decided his best option was to hit the gas and run. After a series of near misses and high-speed maneuvers, a well-executed pit finally brought the Charger to a stop. Inside, officers found a minor passenger unharmed, but involved in a very dangerous situation. The search that followed revealed a backpack filled with drug-dealing supplies, marijuana, fentanyl, scales, and baggies. It was clear Castellanos wasn't just running from a traffic ticket, he was running from his entire operation being exposed. Carlos Castellanos, already on probation for similar crimes, now faces charges for fleeing, child endangerment, and drug possession. The Division of Child and Family Services opened a case for the minor's involvement, and Castellanos was denied bond.
Hey, sir. Sir, can you turn the AC on, please? It's really hot.
What's that?
The AC, please, is
Yeah,
really
I'll give
hot.
you some air conditioning.
Hey, could you call his mother?
What's next? A drive-through restaurant of his choice? If you enjoyed the video and want to see more videos like this, make sure to click on the link shown on screen. Thank you for watching, and as always, we'll meet you in the next one.